right, so now we're down to number 4, I think. This is the purple colored collar. Colored collar. And so I'm anxious to see the merling underneath of here. I'm going to do her short, and I'm going against her coat all the way up because I want to see the color on the bottom. So the color that shows on top is never like it is on the bottom. The underneath colors are always spectacular. You know, as quiet as she is, I'm going up here right now and I'm going to do her head. Sometimes at home, you might be better off to do her head first, or his head, whichever. Because sometimes by the time you get to their face and their head, they've like had it and they're wild children. So this seems to be working out good to do this first. Oh, why can't they all be like this? Yeah. You're doing really good. Nope. I'm not going to talk to you. If I talk to you, I'm going to be in trouble. We're just trying to go through and get a haircut. So Monday or Tuesday, depending on the weather, we will do a new video with these guys outside because I'm not sitting inside with them anymore. All right, let's go right down their side. Let's come back up because I did go up, didn't I? All right. It's funny when their tail hasn't been trimmed to get this big bushy thing sticking out there. I know, now you realize what we're doing. Now you're going to be a crazy person. Sit up here. Let me move hair. There's your skirt. That's pretty good. Okay. But realistically, it's so much better if you do this at home. The biggest thing is get yourself a table. You don't have to have an expensive one. They also make tables that fold up and go in the closet when you're not using them. Stop. Stop. Okay, sit down. Because you're not listening to me without a collar on. This one's going to be the easiest one we've done. I also usually shave feet. I didn't do that. I'll show you. I'll flip this one over and I'll show you feet. Stop. Stop. Good girl. Yeah. I'm going to make you just a little shorter on this side. So there's colors. The Merles, when you get their hair cut, really pops their colors out. That looks really nice. I know I'm probably crooked somewhere and missed something. But I hope you get brave and decide to do this at home. You never know how your dog's going to act at the groomers or what it's going to come in contact with at the groomers. And there are groomers that you go home with fleas from, because people take their dogs in to get them defleed, and then there's fleas in some shops, and then you go home with someone else's fleas. So, stop. And I know I mentioned it on one of the other videos, don't do this when your kids are home. If you have little kids and they're used to playing with this puppy, don't even think about doing it when the kids are home, because you will hate yourself. You'll have the most frustrating afternoon and you'll give up and quit. So if I'm gonna do feet, I'm gonna use her as my demo. I'm gonna flip her over. Nope, lay still. I hold my arms, but I put my arm between her back legs. Hold the clippers. Nope, 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 nope. And you do this until they hold still. And then I just go right over the top of their feet. I cut right up against my fingers. They do have webbed feet, so you don't want to go in between their toes from top to bottom. I just go across. This keeps them from dragging so much junk in your house. She says, I'm doing real, oh, you know what? Hold still. I see a spot I missed. Hold still. Much better. All right, so that's how you do feet. All right, so there's your little girl. My little girl, I guess. All done. And color, that's what the difference when you cut a Merle. Oh my golly, the colors underneath there are crazy. So we'll go on to the next one.